Here are the first 3 people that you should hire if you want to run a successful business. When people are first starting their company, they always ask me, hey, who should I hire? Should I hire this person? Should I hire that person? What departments need to be hired for? And truthfully, it does vary from business to business. However, I do think that in most businesses, there are 3 individuals that you should be hiring, or sometimes you can hire a company to do it for you. But these are really 3 positions that need to be filled in order for you to have a successful start to your business. Now, this is not to say that you can't do these things on your own, but if I was going to start another business, I would definitely hire for these positions first, even though I know I could do it. But through experience, you learn that, hey, I'd rather spend a little bit of money up front, pay these people to do the job, and that way my business can grow faster, because it's all about long-term growth. It's not about how much money I can save up front, it's about how much money I can make in the long run, because I'm running an effective and efficient business. So let's get right into it. Now, before we talk about the 3 positions, I also want to preface this. Make sure you have legal counsel. Legal counsel is very important. I think that at the beginning, you're not going to hire in-house counsel. You're not going to hire a lawyer to work with you full time. However, I do recommend that you run everything by your attorney so that they are in the loop and they know what you're doing, and you make sure that it's actually legal, because there's so many little details in business that even if you don't realize you're doing something that might be a little bit off, you have to make sure that somebody reviews it for you and you don't get into any trouble. So that's the place to start. Now, when we're actually going into the hiring stage, let's say you're a business owner, right? Or maybe you're starting a business and you just have an idea. Now, you need a couple key departments in order to make sure that your business runs effectively. I would say the first one that you need to hire is sales, okay? Because you can start doing some organic marketing. You can start doing like Instagram posts, Facebook posts. You can post on social media. You can do word of mouth marketing. People are starting to learn about your product and they need a salesperson to talk to. Now, that can be you. In my business at the very beginning, that was me. I was a salesperson. I was selling my own product and I was talking to people who were interested in buying this product, and that's totally fine. That's a natural progression for a business. The next step of that is that you need to hire a sales team. So I personally recommend hiring people who are closers and people that you can manage in order to close business for you. So now that you have a closer team, you have salespeople, you're gonna have to manage them every day. You're gonna have to make sure that they're hitting their goals and their KPIs and their targets. And another important aspect of this is that you're motivating them, right? You're giving them leads, you're giving them work to do, because I've had situations where I had salespeople, but I didn't have enough traffic coming in. There weren't enough leads for them to close. And so we ended up not working out. They ended up leaving the team because they needed something with a higher flow of leads. And that was a lesson that I learned. But throughout that process, I also learned that if you have enough lead flow, and which is the second thing that we're going to talk about here, they're going to stay and they're going to want to continue working for you because they're making lots of money. And so these people, that sales team, you can start out with maybe 1 closer, 2 closers, 3 closers. Then you're going to have to hire a sales manager. And by the way, this is like accelerated scaling, right? We're not talking about slow and steady growth. That's fine. But I think that at the beginning, you really want to take things off the ground. You need to have a sales manager. That sales manager is going to go in and create, that whole sales process. They're going to create the sales flows, the scripts, all of that stuff that maybe you didn't quite create with the team. Maybe you did, right? Everybody's different. Everybody has a different skill set. But in my experience, I didn't really want to spend time creating those things. So I hired somebody who could manage my sales team. And that person was able to create all the flows and set up the CRM and the pipelines and make sure everything is good and do all the reporting. That's a very important role. The salesperson, that's probably my first hire in any business, right? And that sets you up for success because now you can have more people closing more deals. And now all of a sudden you have some capital to play with. And you want to make sure that your salespeople are busy. Now that you have that capital, the second person that I would hire is a marketing person. Now, it doesn't have to be in-house. Keep in mind that I ran a successful 7-figure company without any ad spend. I had literally 0 money spent on ads. It was literally just social media, personal brand, that type of stuff. And I was able to get to 7 figures very easily and very quickly. If you're just starting out, maybe you don't have a social media presence or you don't have a brand, you are going to have to spend a little bit more money on ads up front. So now if you have money spent on ads, you are bringing in new traffic into your business and new leads who need to talk to somebody. And so, of course, you've already set up your sales team. They already know what they're doing. And so when you bring in ads, that just accelerates everything that's going on with the sales team. They're able to come in and they see these appointments getting booked on their calendar, and they're talking to these prospects and they're nurturing them, and they're taking them to the next level in order for you to get more clients. So now you have your sales department, right? That's your salesperson that you hired. You have your marketing person that you hired. And truthfully, you could hire an agency. You could hire somebody who's external or just a contractor. They don't have to be working within your organization. We have these two pieces. This is growing the business. This is the lifeblood of the business. Your business is growing, it's making sales, and people are coming in. Now we get to the important part, delivery and fulfillment. This is very, very important because that allows sales and marketing to continue going. If you start delivering a poor quality product or a poor quality service, then it gets a little bit tricky to start selling to people and marketing. All of that, it works less and less and less unless you improve the fulfillment side of things. You need to have that all set and that really, really buttoned up to the point where if you have people coming in, they see past testimonials, they see people are winning, they see people are successful, and that's just going to accelerate the success of the business. It's going to accelerate the success of the marketing and the sales, and everything is just going to run a lot more smoothly if you've mastered the fulfillment. So the third person that I would hire is a CSM, or a customer success manager, right? You need that person to come in and to manage people as they come into the program, because the truth is most clients, most people that are going to come into your program or your business, even if it's not something that's coaching related, people are going to come in and they're going to need some hand holding. They're not initiative takers. They're not people that are going to come in and just do everything or know how to do everything. You have to understand that a lot of these people have possibly never done something like this before, whatever your service is. And so they need a little bit of hand holding. They need somebody to guide them through that process so that they don't feel like they bought a service or they bought a product and now they have no idea what to do with it. You have to have these people guiding their success, guiding them down that path to success. And that, I would say, is the third hire that I would have, because it's very, very important. But of course, you need to have the clients coming in first through sales. You need to scale that up through marketing. And then you need to make sure that fulfillment is great, as you have so many clients that you're not able to fulfill to all of them on your own. Now, in my own business, I used to do all those jobs and I started handing them off one by one in exactly that order, actually. I started handing off sales. Now I had people doing the selling for me. I handed off marketing. Now I had more leads coming into the sales team. And I was still doing all the fulfillment on my own. But then my company grew to the point where I was no longer able to do the fulfillment on my own. And you're going to feel it, right? I wouldn't rush into it. I would definitely do some fulfillment on my own if I was starting another company, and make sure that I've mastered that process. And it's really just developing a system or a formula that you follow, because when you hire people, you can just train them on that system. You have some SOPs in place, you have a process in place, you have a methodology. If you train them on that methodology, you train them on that process, they're going to be able to go in and duplicate that. And as you hire more people, it's just going to be more and more efficient. And so then it's just a matter of optimizing every single one of those. So you can go right back around to sales, optimize marketing, optimize fulfillment. And as you get better and better at fulfillment, you're going to be able to also offer additional products. So that way you don't have to bring in net new clients. You could sell additional services to those same clients that your sales team already sold, because you've delivered so well on your core product that you're able to do some add-ons and additional products that these people also want to purchase. So anyways, if I was starting a new business, these are the 3 people that I would hire to run a successful company. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.